The other day, I was talking to one of my friends while we were out at dinner. We were having a conversation about real estate, finances, investing, and the topic came up: what exactly makes one successful? After a few minutes of kind of going back and forth and try to really get down to exactly what makes someone successful, we determined that the difference between someone who is successful and someone who's unsuccessful is the quality of their decision making. Think about any CEO or any bodybuilder or anyone that you know of or can think of that has some kind of success. The difference between them and everyone else is that they made higher quality decisions consistently. And that really struck a chord with me and made me think about what are the exact ways to make high quality decisions. I've talked about this in the past, but one of my core beliefs is that there are two types of decisions that we can make in life. There are reversible decisions and there are irreversible decisions. Now, obviously, based on the way it sounds, an irreversible decision is a decision that you cannot go back on once the decision is made. These might be things like kids, the type of college you went to after you graduate, maybe even a career that you've chosen for yourself after you've been in the career for a certain period of time. These are decisions that once you make them, you cannot go back and change them. Now, there are also some decisions that are reversible, and these are the types of decisions that you can make them, but they don't matter that much. You can kind of go back and alter them, or maybe the decision itself isn't so consequential. For example, on a basic level, what did you eat in the morning? Relatively reversible decision. It doesn't affect you that much, and you can always change your decision the following day. The friends you can make friends, but you can also get rid of those friends and find new friends. And these are just an example of reversible decisions versus irreversible decisions. Now, regardless of the type of decision you're making, whether it's an irreversible decision or a reversible decision, I think there are three main attributes that you should be looking for before you commit to any decision whatsoever. And I'm going to share those three with you in this video. The first criteria you should be looking for: how does the decision affect you? Whenever an opportunity is presented to you, whenever there's a decision to make, the thing I like to do is first think to myself, what's in it for me? I tune myself into WIIFM. What's in it for me? Now, back in the past, when I first moved to Virginia, I was looking for whatever opportunity I can get my hands on. I was going to different networking events. I eventually joined network marketing. I got my real estate license. I tried to go to every type of business event and learn anything I could to make money, because that was the issue. I was broke, I needed money, and I wanted money. So I was going around looking for every opportunity that I could find. Now, the issue is that people offer you liabilities disguised as opportunities. I'll give you an example. As a real estate agent, oftentimes people want to meet with you. This is especially true with mortgage lenders. They want to meet with you and they want to buy you coffee or talk to you or network with you. And while that's all fine, you have to sit there and wonder, what's in it for me? Chances are they want to network with you to improve their business. They want to meet more real estate agents, for example, with the mortgage advisor situation. They might want to meet more real estate agents, because the more real estate agents they know, the higher the chance that they'll be referred to for a mortgage. And that's how they make their money. Now, while that's excellent for them, as a real estate agent, I have to think to myself, what's in it for me? Are they referring me business? Are they buying me a house? Are they giving me a gift? What's in it for me? When I have an interaction with this person, do I get anything out of it? And if I do get something out of it, is whatever I'm getting out of it worthwhile for me in the long run? That's a key thing that people should really sit there and think about. I think no matter what it is that you're trying to do in life, no matter what your goals are, you will be presented with decisions. And you need to sit there and really analyze what's in it for me if I do accept this decision. Keep that in mind for every decision you ever try to make. The second thing to think about when you're trying to make a decision: what exactly is the benefit to the other person? I think every type of decision one makes in life is usually person to person. In a sense, for example, if you're a business owner and another business wants you to do something for them, or if they're presenting an opportunity, or if they ask a favor of you, it's still person to person. Consider the business a person as an entire entity. Or, for example, if you ask your friend for a favor, or if your friend asks you for a favor, it's person to person. No matter what it is, for the most part, a decision is being made between two individuals. Whether that other individual is a business or just an individual person or an actual real person, it's still usually person to person. So the thing you should consider is, what's in it for the other person? I tend to find that most people aren't that selfless. Most people aren't just looking out for you. Chances are, if people present things to you that seem like an opportunity, they want something from you. I kind of made this example in I kind of explained this a bit with the previous example, but I'll give you another example. Back when I first moved to Virginia, as I kind of mentioned, I briefly got into network marketing. Now, whenever you get into network marketing, everyone I've ever met, they give the exact same pitch. And the pitch is more or less along the lines of, I found this opportunity, you seem pretty cool, or you seem like-minded, and I want to give you this opportunity. On the surface, that sounds fantastic. It sounds like someone's looking out for you. It sounds like someone really is in your corner and they want you to win alongside of them. The reality is that most people are not that nice. I'm not saying people are mean. I'm not saying everyone you meet will be an asshole. But the reality is that most people aren't that selfless. People usually do things because there's something in exchange that they'll be receiving. There's something that will benefit them. Does that make sense? Now, in the situation of network marketing, usually the more people you recruit, the more commission you can get, and the more people in your pipeline that you can sell to. So that also adds to the potential commission that you could be making. Does that make sense at all? So to me, it's very important to think about, if someone presents you with an opportunity, or if someone presents you with any type of information or any decision that you need to be making, what's in it for them? Because once you find out what's in it for them, you can also assess whether or not it'll be beneficial to you. And you can truly assess whether or not this will be a real decision worth investing in, or if it's just a waste of your time. Now, the third thing, and this is one of those things that I think people don't consider that much. Once I say this, it'll make a lot of sense, but I think in general, most people don't consider this. How much time will it take to benefit from this decision? I find that many decisions can be great decisions to make, but I also find that they might not be great to make right now. I'll give you an example. Imagine someone comes up to you and says,
"Hey, I'm starting a business and I want you to be a part of this business."
Now, this business might have a solid idea. Maybe the person presented an excellent business plan. Maybe everything about it seems flawless, and it seems like even if you have the worst execution, you are guaranteed to profit. Now, what if I told you that you won't profit until 10 years pass? Would you participate in that decision? Would you execute, or would you sign in that decision? Would you become a partner with this person? The time it takes to get the results that you want is key to making a decision. Because for some people, say you're 21 years old, you just graduated college. 10 years, you're at 31 and you're guaranteed to win. That might be a great decision. However, say you're 41 and maybe you already have a business on the side, and maybe it's doing okay, but you just started it maybe 3 years ago. It's picking up steam, and deep down you know if you take on any other type of project, you're almost guaranteed to fail in both projects. Does that make sense? If you take on this new partnership with this person who's presenting this great opportunity, not only will you possibly fail in this new partnership, you might also fail your original business that has been picking up steam, that you have been working on consistently. So what you need to consider, how much time does it take to benefit from my decision? This is super key. And again, it's effectively like any investment. Some investments, you'll receive a profit quickly. Some investments, it might take a while. You need to figure out what investment is worthy for you to make. You need to figure out if the decision is worthy. Does that make sense? Now, there's one more thing I want to bring up as sort of a bonus. I don't think it's one of the three main things to consider, but I do think it's worth giving some honorable mention to in this video. And that fourth thing is, what is the probability that success is guaranteed? If you make a decision, you usually make a decision with an expected outcome, right? You need to sit there and think to yourself, what is the likelihood that this decision or that this outcome will occur? I found that in my own life, sometimes you make a decision and you're extremely optimistic about the future. You become overconfident in your own abilities. You assume maybe that a business partner might keep their word. You assume that this job that's supposed to present you with a massive amount of money, or the sales job that should just be a piece of cake, something super easy and super natural to you, you assume the best possible outcome. And while you might actually get that outcome, you do need to assess what is the probability of that outcome coming true. Let's take that business partnership from the last example. That person might present the best numbers. He might be super charismatic. He might have an excellent business idea, and he might say that you are guaranteed to win in 10 years. While that could be true, you need to sit there and think to yourself, what is the probability of this being true? Is it 70%? Is it 95%? Or is it 20%? The probability is to be determined. You need to do your own research to figure out what the probability of success is. But simply taking someone at face value or simply being optimistic is not good enough. You need to truly sit there and analyze, what is the probability that my projected outcome, or that the highest possible outcome that I'm looking for, will occur? Does that make sense? So those are 4 things that I think everyone should look for when it comes to making a decision. I do think opportunities present themselves all the time, but I don't think that every opportunity is worth investing in at the time it's presented. I think often we make the mistake of assuming that just because an opportunity is knocking on our front door, it's truly an opportunity that we should grab right now. I'll say this before I end the video. I've had so many times during my entrepreneurial career or lifetime, whatever you want to call it, where people have presented an opportunity and have almost guaranteed that it's worth investing in. And sometimes I have invested in it. A lot of times it didn't pay off. But then I sit there and think to myself, was it the opportunity or was it the timing? And more often than not, I would say it's the timing. The timing just isn't good. Maybe the timing's not good because I'm not in the right position to take up an investment. Maybe the timing's not good because the people that are presenting the opportunity didn't present it correctly, or they're not in the right space to execute upon it correctly. Regardless of the reason, sometimes it's more the timing than the opportunity itself. I think opportunities are pretty much infinite, or at the very least, they're extremely abundant. I think that's important to keep in mind as I end this video. Make good decisions, try your best to make reversible decisions, and be extremely careful about the irreversible decisions that you make. Remember, the quality of your decision-making determines the quality of your life. Hope this video helped. Leave a comment and subscribe if it did, and I hope to see you in the next video. Keep killing it.